What's going on, everybody? Ryan here from 90s Anime Nostalgia, and I am continuing my series with part 6 of my Naruto universe, mental health disorders, and I have already been looking at a whole world of different mental health disorders just throughout the last 5 ninja that I've covered. So what I do need is I need your help. Let me know down in the comments what ninjas you would like to see me start covering. I've only done 6, but I've still got a whole world of ninjas left to cover, and I want to make sure that I give everybody due justice. So, just like the last 5 parts, I'm going to be using my trusty DSM-5, which is a standard in my field of practice to help me look at some of the different disorders that are presenting themselves. Moving forward, one of the things we're going to see is some common themes and patterns. The biggest one is the fact that a majority of the ninjas in the Naruto universe have PTSD from low, moderate, all the way up to higher severe grade PTSD. We've definitely seen that in Gaara's video, and we've also seen that in everybody's favorite copy ninja, Kakashi himself. Just a little housekeeping. If you could go ahead and give me a like and a follow, that means a lot to me, but let me know down in the comments who you would like to see me cover next. So for today's subject, we're looking at Neji Hyuga. Now remember, moving forward, just because you can't see some of the mental health disorders and the behaviors aren't necessarily as present does not mean that they're not there. We see this presenting in the way that the main family treated the branch side of the family in the Hyuga clan, in the way that they divided them and treated them almost as tools, and creating a subservient mindset behind everybody in the branch family that they can't go anywhere and there's no escape. This is why in part 1 we start seeing some of the loner tendencies and some of the isolatory tendencies behind Neji. He was very cold and isolated and calculated in the way that he approached everybody in every situation in part 1 of Naruto. You could even argue that Neji formed a sense of what we call Stockholm Syndrome, where the branch family came to identify with the captors or the main branch. It's kind of a twisted thing, but Neji was definitely torn it, and Hinata called him on that in their fight. But in part 2, we start seeing him opening up more and growing more as an individual. So because of the loner activities and the inability to accept praise and the bland affects that he uses, the lack of gestures or expressions, this is where we see he's in the cluster B side of the schizoid personality disorders. The last one we see isn't necessarily a mental health disorder, but it's what we call the birdcage effect. And this is something that Neji definitely suffers from, and it's the inability to fill those voids because he's been subservient to the main family his whole life. He's been this bird in a cage, never been able to fly. And we see what happens if the animal tried to fly away. It was corrected, as in the branch family, so this set up more PTSD. Because remember, Neji was taken by the main family and indoctrinated into their way of life at the age of 5 or 6.